Thank you for watching. Oh my god, what a mess. This is video number 2 in the HPI RS4 Sport 3 Creator Edition. That's a mouthful. I'm up against this is like a little build-off, and I'm up against, let's see if I can do this from the top of my head, up against Hoonigan, I'm up against Mustang 360, up against RC Driver, RC Car Action, Photo Guy RC, and the RC Network. I think I got them all over there. In case you're not familiar with me, I'm a Chris. I run HemiStorm RC. I like to paint stuff, and I like to build stuff, and I like to drive stuff. But to me, this little on-road project is kind of new. Now, the whole idea with the RS4 Sport 3 Creator Edition is that you can create your dream car. I already pointed out last video, not sure if that's going to be last week, but in the last video I've pointed out that my dream car is not like an old Russian drug dealer. No offense if you're a Russian drug dealer and you're watching this, old Russian drug dealer BMW, or like one of those Tokyo Drift Toyotas or stuff like that, or Subaru. I mean, that's the type of stuff that people drive their kids to school with. So what I'm going to build is a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. That's also why these wheels are already on here. These are actually the only wheels that work with the Porsche 911 GT3 RS body. So these have a very peculiar offset, so they're very wide. They come with slicks. I think they look really good. These are BBS replicas. And they will look really great with that Porsche 911 GT3 RS body. Now I have the body here as well. Let me dig that up. This body comes with a ton of extra parts. So you get, for example, you get this. This is like a rear diffuser. In the meantime, while you're building, you can also use this as a parts bin. You get these inner front light cluster thingies. You get this whole backside. So you can also fit some lights in there. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do during this build-off, but I will try my very best to make it as complete as possible. And then this is the body itself. There's also like a little diffuser of sorts. It comes with some pretty clear instructions that you can see over here and over here. So I'm quite sure that I will figure it out eventually. You can tell that there's a line over the body. This was a body that I still had laying around in the HPI office when I sent all these parts out for me to build it. It's also, I think, the last body that they actually have. So there's a little door ding in here. But we will just make that like into like a scale parking dent. Pretend that this person in this 911 GT3 RS was dumb enough to go to Walmart or something, leave it unattended in the parking lot for longer than 15 minutes and have some crackhead junkie like slam it with like a shopping trolley. So that's going to be my theme, I think, for this build-off. In the last video, you've also seen that on this chassis you get absolutely nothing. So it is completely empty like this. Apart from the wheels then, so it was even emptier. And you may be able to spot that on this side there's some orange anodization going on. Now what's that? I actually took some of the dog bones out on that one side because I want to have CVDs or universal, so I want to have a bit of a smoother drivetrain. So I got these universals. On the left are already in there, so you'll be able to see the difference in the close-up. On the right I still need to install them. Also what I need to install is this HPI Steering Servo. This is the HPI SS30 MG WR servo. This doesn't need to have like 56 kilos of hold and torque and move itself in like 0.008 of a second. Don't care about that as long as it like turns the wheels, makes the car go from left to right. I'm more than happy. So this is a Metal Gear servo. It is water resistant. Has 8 kilos of pull at 6 volts. More than enough for this little project. Let's see. I'm also going to install this. This is a Sidewinder 4 ESC by Castle Creations with an oversized cooling fan in case I do want to really get on the throttle and treat it like it is a performance machine. Then this ESC will be able to provide all that power. It has a really nice throttle resolution, also in low RPMs. So that will power this 4000 kV HPI Vector motor. This is like a flux brushless motor system. Looks nice and stealthy, I think, in there. So the only real color that you'll see is this yellow from that Sidewinder 4. And then, of course, I need to steer all that stuff as well. And I'm going to do that with this TF41 radio system. This is a radio system that you get, for example, with the HPI Venture ready to run. You also find this with the RS4 Sport 3 Unicorn. And this is a radio system that I'm really happy with. Feels nice, has a ton of great features. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with it at all. So in completing it, this is a key component as well. The battery, I'm thinking of using this. This is a 3-cell LiHV, so that's a high voltage LiPo battery from Protec RC. This is 3600 milliamps, believe it or not, in a 3-cell of this size, so that's pretty much unheard of. I will be able to move this around, get some really decent run times, and also be able to conceal it. Where it's going to end up, so whether it's going to end up behind the driver's seat or all the way in the back, I'm not sure yet. I think you will find that out in the next video, because I got plenty of install work to do. Currently, before I'm able to paint up the body in the next video, you will see close-ups, most likely, of everything installed. I don't think that it's wise to talk on about it. You all know how to install a servo, a motor, an ESC, double stick tape. So there's no science to that. You will see some pictures also of the body installed. I use the score and snap technique, in case you wonder. I don't even own a pair of Lexan scissors, because to me it always looks like it's kind of like a botch job. In case you do want to finish up your Lexan in a nicer way, once you have scored and snapped. What I mean with score and snap is you just take a blade, you score your Lexan. I will show that to you in the close-up. Score your Lexan, you snap it off, and then if you want to clean it up, you can use one of these. This is actually from Protoform. This is like a wheel that you can put in your Dremel tool, or in your, what do you call it, like a hobby tool, one of those rotary tools. And this is a Protoform Better Edge sanding block. This is like Velcro, so you can replace those sanding pads on it. This is very much a great tool if you want to straighten out those edges on the bottom, but also in those wheel wells if you want to clean that up a tiny bit. I hope you have found this informative, despite it being a tiny bit of a chaotic video, perhaps. Do go check out all these other people as well, see what they're up to. I bet my butt that Mustang 360 is doing up a Mustang, for example. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
We're back on.